mind, that is totally normal. Part of that is one, because if you notice, right, with this there wasn't really any dough temperatures given to you, right? So you couldn't really control the dough, the water temperature, and that's the reason why you notice the dough is sticky. If you control the water temperature, very rarely will your dough be too sticky, right? So I just wanted to show you that. That's why on this recipe there's really not a lot of information on it, right? So that's how it helps. Okay, so what we will do is, once your dough is ready, you're going to go into bulk fermentation, right? It's going to be again 30 minutes of bulk fermentation. At 15 minutes, you're going to knock it back, okay? You're going to fold it, and then you're going to divide it into 6 pieces. Each piece weighing about 180 grams. 180 grams. That's you right here on top. Okay, so 6 pieces, 180 grams, and then you're going to put it under your plastic. Then you're going to continue fermenting it for about 15 more minutes. Okay, so total resting time is going to be 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, right, your dough is nice and rested. You can take it off. Again, you can see it is going to be sticky. So make sure you work with some flour on your table. Dust a little bit of flour and place the dough right in the center. Now, this shape that we are going to be doing is exactly the same that you will do when you get to doing baguettes. Right? Yeah, so it's the same shape. So it's good to kind of practice the shape a little bit. It's going to give you that much more experience doing it. Okay. Now, the challenge is if you try and roll it this way, right, just the way it is, what usually happens is it gets nice and thick in the center, but the ends get skinny, right? You would have noticed that. So the first thing that we want to try and do is you take this dough and you try and convert it into something that is nice and square or a rectangle. Right, so you just need to change the shape. So flatten it out. Right? If it's sticky, just use some dough on your hands, but again, not too much dough. Move your dough around. Okay? Then just fold the dough in. Just so that it has a nice rectangular shape. It's going to be more easy, more even for you if you start off with a rectangular shape compared to a round shape. Okay, so I'm going to show you once more. Perfect. So it doesn't really matter top first, side first, everything is the same, so not really too concerned about that. Just make sure you tuck it in real nice and you get a nice rectangular piece out of it. Alright? Once you do that, give it about 5 to 7 minutes for it to rest, and then you can start rolling. So what I did was I rolled a couple earlier just to have them ready to go. Now, once they've rested, again, same concept. You're just going to dust a little bit of flour on there, and you're going to press your dough down. Move it around so it doesn't stick too much. Perfect. Now, take the top and fold it in. Once you press it in, use the bottom of your palm and just press that down. So you're going to have a little bit of an edge, and that's okay. There's going to be a little bit of a seam, and that's fine. Then, now you're going to take your bread, you're going to take your dough, and we're just going to roll it. So you see, you get a much better shape. Yeah? It's not uneven, it's nice and straight. Just going to get a ruler to measure that, to give you an idea. And if you're looking at about 8 to 10 inches. Yeah, so this is 8 inches, right? That is great. So you're looking at having it about 8 inches long. Okay, that's the length that you're looking for. Okay, let me show you once more. So dough, flour, spread it out. I take the top, knock, knock, knock. And roll. Perfect. Now, next up, you're gonna grab a baguette tray. Right? If you look back there, just besides the proofer, there's an entire cabinet with these. So we're gonna grab these, and this is where. So as I said this morning, right, we're gonna be proofing these overnight. So we leave them in these baguette trays. We'll put them in the fridge, right? And then tomorrow when we come, you will notice they're proofed. If they need more proofing, we'll place them in the proofer again, and then we'll get going with it. Okay. So before you put it in that tray, though, what I would like to make sure is you take a sheet and then you begin sliding it in. Because keep in mind, the dough, if it sits just on here, it will stick. Right? It will definitely stick. But with parchment paper, it's not going to stick as much. Okay? So, you can. I think you should be able to fit. What, 15? Yeah, about, let's say about like 9, I think should be okay. Let's see, play around with it. And I think once I do more, I'll get an idea how many I can fit. But what I would suggest is try it out. You don't want them too close to each other, right? Obviously, I think I'll do 1, 2, 3, yeah, 10, maybe 10. Yeah, I think 10 is a better number. I think so. Yeah. Okay, let's do 10. Okay. Now, once it's done, gang, last thing before you go away. Listen up. When you're putting these, folks, when you're putting this in the fridge, pan spray on the top, and the whole thing you slide into the bag. Slide the whole thing in the bag, tie it, and then when you go in, there's a rack for our class. You're just gonna slide it. Have fun.